Welcome to my journey with Alzheimer's, and this is my dad,
I'm Dr. Charlie Farrell.
and I am Reverend Katie Norris. And on this channel, we are going to be sharing video logs of my dad's journey with dementia. So today we were going to talk about why we use the term care partner instead of caregiver and why we think that's important, right? So I tried to make a definition of care partner just for fun. I'm going to read it to you. Let me know what you think, okay? Either of a pair of people, or it could be anyone in a group, right? Like we were all care partners with mom, engaged together in the journey of care and recognition that both the person being cared for and the person caring are giving and receiving love, help, hope, and joy.
Got it.
I was wondering, with your experience with mom, how did thinking of it as a care partnership help you, not just in care for her, but also for taking care of yourself?
First of all, I started out when mom developed dementia from a perspective of being a doctor and, God forbid, a surgeon. So when I learned that mother had a disease, my response was, well, that's not a problem. I've dealt with diseases all my life, so I'll just do everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we started thinking that I was her caregiver, but what I should do is to do everything for her. Early on, I followed that model, and I was pretty proud of myself. Mom was not quite as happy as I was.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I did was to get her up in the morning and get her dressed, because I knew the stuff she liked. Until one morning, she picked up the dress and a book and threw it at me. And I thought, yeah, what did I do wrong?
Mm-hmm.
And I realized very quickly when she said, I'm still here. And what I was doing was taking away all of her persona,
Mm-hmm.
doing everything for her when she was still very capable of doing these things herself. So to be a good care partner, I think we first of all have to be aware that our care partner isn't a disease, it's a person who has needs, who has ability, who has hopes and dreams, and give them a space to continue to use those.
Mm-hmm.
Not to tell them what to do, but if being a care partner in the morning is to make breakfast, then they should have an opportunity to decide what they want for breakfast
Mm-hmm.
and to participate in creating it if they actually want to.
Yeah.
On a given morning, they may say, I don't want to cook today. Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do, then it's a little more difficult for me or anybody else. Now you got to get all this stuff out. You got to put it in the right place. And the breakfast that I could have made happen in 10 minutes might take an hour and a half. But during that time, my loved one, my wife, had an opportunity to interact with me, to do things that she really wanted to do, and get the benefit of her personal ability and the feeling that, yeah, she's still here, she's who she is, and my job is to allow her to continue to do that.
I remember sometimes being at a dinner table and we were all talking and she'd be like, I'm still here. You guys aren't like listening to me or anything, which is we kind of in the beginning, I think, because so many people say that people with dementia are gone, and nobody teaches you how to communicate, that you accidentally do that kind of stuff. And I also think the term caregiver in our minds means, to most people, it means just like ADLs, like making sure they eat, making sure that they're dressed, making sure that they've used the bathroom. And nobody teaches us all the other stuff, like how do you help somebody have a good day?
Over time, I learned that when I did that well, Mom, as you know, had a beautiful smile, and she would look all lit up and happy
Yeah.
after we together made breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, that's what I got, and she got breakfast. So
Yeah.
it is a two-way street, and both people have a positive role and a positive response.
Right. I think that's so important because when we talk about caring for somebody, they think we mean only that the only thing that matters is how the person with dementia feels. But then they forget that, like, when we see our loved one smile, it makes us happy. When she's not throwing a book at you because we brought out clothes she didn't like, that makes us happy. Like, nobody wants to have to deal with that. And so it's the care partner relationship is just a much better, like, holistic way to look at it. I was wondering, so now, as for you living with dementia yourself, how do you feel the idea of care partnership helps you and Louise in your care partner relationship?
Well, a care partner would mean both of us, she and I, are engaged together.
Mm-hmm.
And I am the person who needs help. And frequently people think that I will get all the good stuff
Mm-hmm.
and she will be devastated and worn out and not be able to do anything in her life.
Yeah.
We're going to try very hard not to make that happen. And one of the things we both were interested in athletic things that we did together.
Mm-hmm.
And now Louise her has been able to continue to do that as a world-class champion all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
And she leads to local events and also to events that may take her into another country for a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I received a lot of feedback from other people saying, well, how the hell can she take you if she's not
Mm-hmm.
here?
Yeah.
And the reality of that is we were aware that this is very important for
Mm-hmm.
her life. And we started to put in place things that would allow her to do that.
Yeah.
So she's going to be gone for 2 weeks. I will have a caregiver who will be with me for that period of time. And up to this point, that's worked well. But the best thing is when she comes home, she's happy as a lark
Right.
because she's had an opportunity to do what she wanted to do, have a good time, be refreshed, like all of us
Mm-hmm.
leave from a vacation, and then come back. For us, that's worked really quite well.
Right. Well, and that's one of the things that I think, you know, when we took care of Mom, unless, especially in the beginning, there were a lot of us in the house all at one time, you, me, Jeff, Jeffrey. And so, but we were almost with, somebody was with her all the time. And I don't know that we understood the respite part of it early enough when we were taking care of mom. And I think that that's something really good that you found when you explained to other families, and that you also work out with Louise, like how that's going to work. And like with Abu Dhabi, you have a friend that's staying with you for part of that time. And then Jeffrey and I are going to be with you for part of the time. And I think that's the other thing why I love like care partner is like the two people, but also can be like a team. And it doesn't have to be all hired people. Like I don't live by you, although you can move to Texas and you'd be warm all the time and you could swim. But but if we're all a team, it means that like other people can come in and help out so that, you know, both of you get to do things that you enjoy and that you like. Well, we will talk again later. Make some more cool
All
stuff.
right, have a good day.
You
Thank you for
too.
this one
Yeah, thanks, Papa. Love you.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye. So please subscribe to the channel, share it with others. And when you subscribe, you'll get email updates every time we put out a new video. We hope that this series brings you hope and joy and helps you learn how to live well with dementia.